Welcome back to another Biomes O Plenty video here on Dazman Reacts. Today we'll be taking one last look at Biomes O Plenty here on this channel, showcasing some of the open areas in Biomes O Plenty for Minecraft Bedrock. So for one last time here on the channel, make sure you leave a like on the video, drop a comment, let me know what you think about the biomes in today's video or the biomes in general in Biomes O Plenty, and if you're new to the Dazman Reacts channel, please do take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. Let me just take one last opportunity here on Dazman Reacts to say thank you to 4KS Studios for giving me early access to get accustomed with the Biomes O Plenty add-on. For clarity, once again, I'm using an early access version of this add-on, and I'm currently on a realm so that I can play it on my PS5 Pro. I'm not being paid for this early access showcase, which means I can always tell you exactly what I think about the biomes and the add-on. But before we begin, for one last time, let me give you that important information. Biomes O Plenty is the massively popular and just plain massive mod available on Minecraft Java. Created by the team over at Glitchfiend, the Biomes O Plenty mod has been launched and faithfully updated for 13 years. And now it's coming to Minecraft Bedrock. Releasing on January 20th, this Biomes O Plenty add-on will cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to only take up around 10 megabytes of size. I know absolutely nothing about the Biomes O Plenty Java mod other than the fact that you guys are super excited for it to come over to Minecraft Bedrock, and the team bringing it over are 4KS Studios, working in tandem with Glitchfiend to deliver the most faithful adaptation of the original Java mod. No decision is made if it doesn't stick to the core direction of the Java mod. Thanks to 4KS Studios, I've been given early access to get a look at the Biomes O Plenty add-on and what it does, as well as how it looks. I've also been given permission to post videos of my explorations between now and release date. So, between my Dazman channel and the Dazman Reacts channel, I'm going to be releasing videos where we explore each of the different biomes coming in the Biomes O Plenty add-on. And on release date, I hope to have a fully fledged add-on reveal to give you a showcase that only I can. But before we take a look at today's biome selections, make sure you hit that like button, get ready to comment what your favorite biome is, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here while I give you a bit of detail. 4KS Studios and Glitchfiend are working together to deliver a faithful adaptation of the Java mod, with meticulous testing happening between the two teams during development. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release with 52 overworld biomes, with another 4 still being worked on and planned to be added at a later date. This add-on intends to be purely new biomes and decorative blocks, with no fluff and no slop. Using the relatively new and official biome replacement technology, this Biomes O Plenty add-on should work well with other products that also use the same technology. Packs like Realism Craft and Better on Bedrock have been mentioned as being compatible, with others like Naturalist by Starfish Studios, Aquaculture by Metallurgy, and Crops and Farms by Some Game Studios also being integrated. And even the Tree Breaker tool in the Essentials add-on works with Biomes O Plenty trees. If other developers want their products to work with Biomes O Plenty, a new tool is available on the 4KS Studios website to help developers integrate their products with BOP. Tags and documentation is included on that page, which I'll link in the description. And if you want your favorite developers to make their products compatible, be sure to let them know just how easy it is. The Biomes O Plenty add-on will release on February 3rd, 2026 and cost 1,340 minecoins and is expected to take up 10 megabytes of size. Now the first biome that I'm going to be showing you in today's video is called a crag. And now a crag will replace a windswept savanna or a windswept gravelly hills, which, if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think I could pick out in a lineup. I have no idea what they're supposed to look like. but it will replace those about 40% of the time using the new biome replacement technology, meaning that you're gonna get those biomes occasionally, but you're also gonna get this biome too. So what this is considered a jagged, what's it say? Jagged mountain, and it's made up of different types of stone, blanketed by moss, and also has the odd emerald ore around. Now we can see we do have some mountain areas here. We've got naturally spawning cobblestone. We've also got coal spawning in here. We do have, I think somewhere around here was some iron as well. Yeah, look, we've got some iron spawning there. And if I did see correctly, yeah, just over here, we've got an emerald ore too. I'm guessing the cobblestone is what gives it that jagged edge style feel. But I like it, man. I like the way the moss is kind of patched in and around. It's not a particularly exciting biome. It definitely breaks up those more stony areas that you get in a vanilla world, so that's always a bonus. There's no real frills here, no real excitement going on, but I think it does the job quite well. I like the fact that the moss is here. I like moss being spread in. I like the mountainous areas too, and how it comes up the top here. Maybe it would have been nice to see a few moss sporadically put in as if it was like growing up, or even a bit more mossy cobblestone. I've just noticed some mossy cobblestone here, which is good, but just to give it that pathway up. But maybe that's nitpicking, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. I like the idea of naturally spawning cobblestone. I think it's very good to give texture. There's also the odd gravelly block here too, but yeah, not exactly the most exciting biome in the world, but definitely one that does do the job. I would say it doesn't look like we're getting any passive mob spawning here, which I'm guessing is because passive mobs spawn on grass. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but passive mobs spawn on grass, don't they? And this isn't a grassy biome. Obviously we've got grass around, so they'd walk in, but I don't believe you would expect to see it here on stone. Let me know if that's the correct thinking. And then if we set it to midnight here, do we get hostile mobs spawning in? They don't have that same requirement. So let's see what happens. Yeah, look, creepers spawning in, skeletons spawning in. So yeah, this will be a biome that doesn't spawn in passive mobs because there's no vanilla grass anywhere. I think it does a job. I think it's all right. Now the next biome that I'm going to show you is, and I'm thinking here I'm going to go out on a limb, probably the most boring biome in the entire add-on. It's just called Grassland. And honestly, it kind of just looks like plains. But weirdly, it doesn't replace plains. It replaces a dark forest. And it's made up solely of grass. It's even described in my little notes here as simple, but perfect for building. It's like rolling hills. This is probably a tiny version of it, but you can see there are slight hills here, little mounds of earth, considered to be perfect for building. There's really not much here, and we don't really need to do too much about it either. We can see there's passive mob spawning. We can see it's just made up of vanilla grass blocks and also short grass. Very simple, very much nothing here, and very contrasting to the ominous woods that are right next to it. So the only other thing we need to check here in this section then, set it to midnight. Do we get any hostile mobs spawning? Let's have a little look, see what we get. Yes, we do. So a very quick check here for this biome. Simple, boring, functional, I guess. And so taking us away from that boring biome, we're now here at the orchard. Now the orchard will overwrite a birch forest, and as we can see here, there's a little bit more going on here. So it's a combination of a forest and a grassland area, which you can see by the wide open spaces, but also the overabundance of trees. And I don't say that in a bad way. And I am noticing different types of trees here. So just looking at it, taking it in, it looks a little bit busy. It's not overly busy. It's not massively overgrown, in my opinion. It's nice. I like it. I don't know if the water's doing something here for me, but I like the way that little pond is looking too. The builder in me is thinking about how we could make that look nice. I say builder in me. I'm not a very good builder. But if we had a little look, we've got flowering azaleas here. which is always a bit weird to see just in abundance. And actually, I want to check this out 1 second. So flowering azaleas, they are, there's the oak log. We've got rooted dirt here. How far down does that go? Okay, so just the one. So it's not a massive amount of rooted dirt like you would do with naturally spawning versions of these trees. But that's kind of cool. We've also got the grass blocks. We've got rose bushes, short grass. What is that? Is that short grass there as well? Yes, it is. And we've also got some dandelions around here. But the one thing that I want to check out is this. So we've got them in a few different versions here. We've got a little one. We've got a gigantic one. Seems to be a bit of a visual glitch going on here, which is never a good sign. It looks like it works when you look through, and it looks okay on the other side, but this might be a bit of a bug. Hopefully this has been caught and will be fixed on release. Not a fan of it how it's looking here, especially when you go around and then you end up. So through it, it looks fine. It's almost like they've been put on backwards. Not sure, but this is considered a flowering oak tree. It uses oak leaves and flowering oak leaves along with oak logs, and as you can see, comes in this smaller version, comes in these bigger versions here as well. That visual glitch is a bit disappointing. I like the tree, but hopefully that glitch will either be fixed on release or very quickly fixed after release. And yeah, there's really not a ton going on here. It's just simple but effective, to be honest with you. A lot better than the grasslands. Not a fan of the grasslands. Not necessarily a hater of the grasslands. It's just quite a redundant biome in fairness, but this looks nice. I think this looks cool. Got a bit of weird realm generating glitching going in there that has nothing to do with Biomes O Plenty and everything to do with the realm, I'm sure. In fact, if we fly over there just to prove that, this should spawning, I think this is to do with like simulation distance or render distance. Pop these in. There we go. Looking a bit weird. Now, is the water slightly more purple, or is that the earth underneath? I'm not sure. That looks a bit more blue. That looks a bit more purple. Interesting one. We have seen the passive mob spawning, so let's set it to midnight and see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, immediately we get those hostile mobs spawning there too. So again, gameplay wise, it's working absolutely fine. I have to say, from doing this whole series, I'm starting to feel a little bit upset about my Forever World that I live stream on my main channel. Because do I apply Biomes O Plenty to my Forever World after a bit more testing and just give it this vibrant color and this massive variation that we get? I definitely don't want to start a new Forever World, but I have a feeling I want to use Biomes O Plenty a lot more. I love, just look at that behind me. Look at how different that looks. The blue, the different trees, the different colors. Oh, it's so cool. It really is. And then so the last biome that I'm going to be showing you is a prairie. Now a prairie will replace a plains biome, and it's essentially dry grassland with golden flowers or goldenrod flowers even, the odd oak tree lying around, and then some what they call rooted stumps. So I'd be interested to see what that means. You can see as well we've got that kind of yellower light green grass here with smatterings of yellow flowers, and then also bigger yellow flowers as well, which is kind of cool. These are a custom flower, the goldenrod down here as well, so that's kind of cool. You can also see, as I'm going to stay back so that I don't trigger any arachnophobics, but we do seem to have a spider's nest down there too, with some spider eggs and some webbing. Go and check out the video that features that if you want to see more of that. And yeah, I mean, I do get a question, and not necessarily one of the add-on, more of Minecraft generation, but you can see we're kind of in the middle of like 4 or 5 different biomes here, and you see it carries on over to there. I'm wondering, like, is the size of a biome ever defined by Minecraft? Like, it's just kind of crazy how like the one little section becomes a biome. And look, you can see as we go over here, we get the realm loading in as it carries on too. So let's get down here, let's see what we're doing. We can already see the golden rods that we've had. We can see that we've had some leaves, oak trees even. We've got the stumps. These are the rooty stumps. So this is rooted dirt here. We've also got dead bushes. We've got short grass, which also takes that lighter yellow and green color. More passive mobs, the odd flower. Okay, it's simple again, isn't it? It's just simple. Weird little tree shapes going on here. I don't think that's a broken render. I think that's just how the custom has loaded in. Got the branch coming off of it. Kind of sporadic leaf designs, very, very minimal. Then you got this bigger tree, but again, it just feels very minimal in how the leaves are actually covering it. More yellow on the leaf litter. And then if we head over here as well, see what we're doing. So we get a lot more grassiness around here. Depth in the earth. More trees, more rooted stubs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it feels natural. I think that's probably the best way to put it. It's not exciting. It just kind of feels natural. If you ignore the biomes next to it and then the massive sinkhole, which isn't their fault. We've got passive mob spawning. Let's go here. Let's set it to nighttime or midnight even, and immediately get hit by a spider and zombies here as well. So again, gameplay are not going to be a problem here, which is a very, very good. And the yellow is still kind of seen with that lighter grass color too, so that's cool. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video here. Thank you very much for watching. I believe this is the last video that I'm posting on Dazman Reacts, so I'm going to ask you now, what do you guys think about the Biomes O Plenty add-on? Are you excited for it? It comes out in a couple days. Let me know down in the comments. Have you enjoyed the series? Let me know as well. If you guys have enjoyed the series, please do hit the like button, drop comments, let everybody know, let the developers know that you have enjoyed this showcase, and hopefully we'll keep getting more and more early access stuff across both channels. It'd be awesome to just dive in every time. Please do leave a like on the video, like I say, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I'll see you guys when I next see you. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Peace!